D3, Harrogate 2. Mark, we gave it to Dulwich all season, but tonight we have a right to.
Unreal, mate. Absolutely unreal. We're giving it to the whole non-league football, and we not just Dulwich. I mean, come on, we beat Conference North in the FA Cup, Conference South earlier on. We're doing all of them, mate. Yeah, it's unbelievable. Yeah.
I just want to say to Dulwich tonight, you've mapped it off all season. Look at that performance and try and tell me your team's better than us, because it's not. Anyway, back to the teams that are irrelevant in the FA Trophy because you got knocked out. As you said, fantastic performance. I think this is performance of the season.
It was completely surprised to me because the game on Saturday up north, it was end to end, and I think both teams matched each other well, and the styles were sort of similar. But then tonight, I was surprised both teams didn't play like they did on Saturday. I mean, Harrogate were a very good team with the ball on the floor. And tonight they didn't play that sort of same football. At spells they did, but in the final third I didn't think much of them. And they were playing a lot more balls into the box. But a bit more direct they played, which surprised me because I thought that on the floor they were a brilliant team. And again with us, we set up. We didn't press in our own half too much. In their half too much. And we set up. I was surprised the way we set up. To honestly, it was a bit more defensive than I thought that we would, and we really just took all the pressure from him, let him come on to us quite a lot, and we hit him on the counter. Also, I think the way the tactics work, Cunnington dropped in deep quite a lot, and he was doing a lot of flick-ons, and we're trying to turn their centre off, turn the centre-backs. Jake was trying to obviously make them face goal, get in behind them, and Ricky did it for the first goal, Jake did it for the second goal. And again on the set pieces, the third goal came from a set piece, and we were looking dangerous on every set piece, which was what we seemed to try and capitalise on as well. So the tactics surprised me because we did sit back a lot against a very good footballing team, but we withstood their pressure, and we came through victors. And if it wasn't for the red card, we would have won that game comfortably 3-1, or maybe even more than that. But unfortunately, the ref decided to give 2 yellows, and he allowed their players to get away with tackles all over the pitch, and he decides to give our lad 2 yellow cards. In fairness, they probably may have both been yellows. I think they were both fouls, and they could have both been yellows. I'm not saying they weren't yellow cards, but he was letting them get away with fouls all over the pitch, and he wasn't consistent. So that's what's frustrating. He wasn't consistent, but we came through it, and the performance was unbelievable. Yeah.
Let's talk about the ref. I don't normally slate refs in this way, but at times he didn't even seem sure of his decisions, because he blew the whistle, thought about it, and then gave the red card. If you was that sure it was a red card, you'd be straight out your pocket. Bye.
He had a poor game, but I knew it was coming when he made the foul. I knew it was coming. It was all game. He wanted to be controversial. You just see some of these refs; they just seems like they want to be controversial at times, and you could just see that his decisions was erratic. He was making one decision, and for another team it was a different decision. I'm not saying he was all them. Yeah. It wasn't all them, but it just was inconsistent in his performance tonight. And like I said, that we had the 2 yellows. Probably was 2 yellows, but he allowed a disgusting challenge to go in on Josh at left back, and he didn't even book him. He didn't even give a foul, and that was like a minute before. And if you look at that foul there and the one that we got the second yellow for, well, it wasn't yellow. That was worse, and he gave a yellow for that and nothing for that one.
So obviously we record by phone, so storage went up there. But anyway, not a better looking person, but Mark. So this is going to be the last question of the night, and I'm going to put it on you. Do you think we can win the FA Trophy?
Mate, round by round, I don't want to get too excited, but if we get through the next one and we can get in the semi-final, yeah, definitely. I mean, we've got a good draw in this quarter-final, but again, they are teams that are above us in the league, so we can't just take it for granted and think that we can beat anyone. They are above us in the league. They are in a higher level of football than us. On over one game, anything can happen. Well, we could come in and play Willstone and get a red card after 10 minutes and it's done. But I think if we can get through that one, you've got a 2-legged semi-final over 2 legs. It's a different game, This is over 2 legs in the game. So I think if we can get past the next round, semi-finals, yeah, we've got a chance, mate. We've got a massive chance. I was looking at the odds yesterday, and we're third or fourth favourites. I think we're joint third favourites. So the bookies obviously think that we're a good chance, and they don't often get it wrong. So.
Well, unless you support Man United.
Maybe the bookies are just getting a bit scared because people are going to lump money on us because of what we're doing, but they don't often get it wrong. So yeah, they obviously fancy us.
Right, thanks, Mark.
No worries, mate.